I'm Sunshine, and today with me, God, I'm gonna butcher this. Today with me is Annabella, Kaylin, Sam, Anna, Callan, and Serenity.
It's close enough.
Oh my, wait, what was it?
Callum.
With an
It's
M.
okay.
And, I mean, you were just one letter off. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Enough, you know.
Today,
Did better than me.
I mean, come on. Today we're talking about plans for after graduation. So get ready.
Don't
Okay.
want to get depressed.
Yeah, don't get depressed. Okay, first question is, we're going to go around, you're going to start. What do you think students are worried about when it comes to finding jobs?
That they're not going to find the job that they want. Because I feel like when people think about jobs, they're a little more insecure about it because people usually take jobs and like relate that to their self-worth. I don't know. Like sometimes I'm afraid I'm not going to end up doing the exact thing that I want to do. That's what I'm trying to say.
I get you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, kind of on the same path, although, in my opinion, for me, I feel like I have a feeling in the back of my head that I'm not going to be exactly doing what I want in my actual career path.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I have a good start right now. Like the thing that scares me the most is motivation, because when it boils down to it, we can have great opportunities, but if we're not preparing ourselves for it, then we're kind of screwing ourselves over. To put it lightly.
Definitely.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people will get into a career and they're like, do I actually like this? You know, like they actually get into it, or like they can't even like get a position of what they went to go, like what they went to do, went to school to do. Yeah, I cannot.
I get what you're saying.
I
Like what
get
they did doesn't
Yeah,
even...
like they went to school for this thing and they can't get a job in this
Yeah,
category. Yeah.
something like that. Anyways.
Sorry, I have a cold and I'm just like not thinking straight. So
You're
You're
good.
completely fine. I guess from my own experience, it's mainly like the worry of, am I doing the right thing? Because even though I draw 24/7, I'm so into it, I love it, I consume that media, I still have those thoughts of like, should I have been a geologist? Like, should I have done another thing? And now it's like,
Yeah.
I can change it, but it's going to be a really intense change. So it's just that worry.
Same thing for me too. Since I'm in R24/7 as well.
Just that feeling.
it's okay. My switch was like drastic as well. I was actually doing occupational therapy and then I switched. So it's like this is a whole different
Yeah.
field.
From serious to like, okay, relax.
Okay, relax. You know, just it's very different for sure.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. It was, what do you think students are worried about when it comes to finding jobs?
I think most people just usually will accidentally stick to one thing and then realize that they're not enjoying it, and they'll figure out they've been enjoying something else their entire life, and that's mainly the problem for most people.
Yeah, because then if you gotta switch your major, it's like you're going in more debt. So.
I mean, I already switched it. So.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I did 2 years of occupational therapy and then I took a year off because I was like, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
I
I'm
think
almost done.
I feel like I kind of just was born knowing what I wanted to do, and then I'm like the minority of the group. A lot of people that feel that way, and I don't know. I feel like from the get-go, I've always been interested in media stuff, whether it be journalism, like written books or film or whatever. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like I kind of had a pretty lucky start from the get-go, but a lot of people don't feel that way, and that's where they kind of spend a lot of money, because college is kind of a trap while also being very beneficial to some people. So you'll spend a lot of money pursuing degrees or fields that you might be interested in, and then you end up just spending a lot of time and money on stuff that's not even going to benefit you.
Which leads us to our second question.
Look at me. They call me Segway Sam.
Oh,
for a
yeah.
reason. Yeah.
Does college or just Chat State in general help you figure out a career path, or does it make it worse? Yeah.
Where's the camera that I'm supposed to look at?
I don't think you got
We're
it.
not
you're
looking.
not really looking at it.
You're not.
You're just-
This is a group
Oh, okay.
conversation. This is ignore the cameras type deal.
Okay. I think it makes it better. Because, like, I never would have been able to do this stuff if I hadn't have come to Chat State. And honestly, I feel like Chat State is a really good school in general. Like, I've been to another community college, and they just aren't as interactive and trying to help you. Because they're literally almost people who will get on the floor and cry with you here and, like, help you figure out what you want to do. So I think it makes it better.
Yeah, same thing. I'm feeling Chat State makes it better because, like you said previously, I had a good idea of what I wanted to do as a career from the start, like way back at the end of elementary school for me, since I've gotten into art at that age, and so I'm definitely coming to Chat State and really solidify the career I want to take after college.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like community college is always a safe bet, but if you're going for a university, especially at this degree, you're going to lose a lot of money because you don't need 4-year degrees with media stuff. But for a lot of things, I feel like community college is just a safer bet anyways. And plus nowadays, if you do the right things, which is like the minimum requirements for anything, you get 2 free years of school, which is like, why wouldn't you try
not
that?
do that?
Exactly. And I have friends that instead of doing that, they went and started working for construction places. I mean, like, and if that's what they want to do, then that's what they want to do. But, like, you have the opportunity to go for 2 years to learn a trade, to learn, work towards a degree. And if community college works for you and you don't need to go to post-secondary, then do it. I would recommend for whatever degree you search for, you make sure that you're not going to be spending that much money versus how much you're getting back.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of degrees out here, even at community college, that you can pursue, and they're not going to pay off.
A lot of my friends that go to UTC, they're like, Sunshine, I wish I just started at Chat State. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in so much debt. I am struggling.
Yeah, I have friends in Knoxville going to UTK.
Yeah,
and
literally.
housing is so expensive that I know 2 people that have to come back home and go to a community college, losing their scholarships because they just can't afford to live there.
Yeah.
I made the right decision. I'm not gonna be broke.
And that's my TED Talk. You guys can... It's not the Sam show, I understand.
I know for me, like, I obviously was doing like a whole different major, and then I realized I didn't want to do that major, and then I finally like talked to an advisor, and like she helped me like decide what I want to do. And I thought at first I thought I was going to do like dental hygiene, and then I actually went to the meeting and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. That's gross.
Yeah.
And so then I've always been interested in media and stuff like that, but I never thought about doing a career in it until this past summer, and I was able to talk to my advisor, and she actually put me in like media production and like mass communication and stuff. And so then I met Chris Willis, and he's actually helped me a lot more than my advisor did with what I want to do.
Yeah.
So,
Chris helps me with everything. My
Yeah.
advisor doesn't do anything.
who is your advisor?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know either. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it took like 2 months before I could actually talk to her. So it was just like, okay, cool, thanks.
And that's also the thing, too, is like trying to register for classes nowadays. Like, unless if you did it like a month ago for the spring or whatever the starting date was, you're pretty much like screwed until like mid-January.
Yeah.
And for people who have to drive, you're wasting like a day of your break to come up here to like figure out a schedule.
Yeah.
That's like everybody's advisors. It's kind of weird.
Well, it's different in the advising when I was in the occupational major or whatever, like I had really good advisors, and like I didn't have to schedule a whole appointment to go register for my classes, and she would just email me my register pin. But like here, like I had to like have to get an appointment and like wait for so long just to get the registration pin, and like I only have one more class I have to take, and so Chris actually got me my registration pin.
Yeah, he got mine too.
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, he's my advisor now. I don't care what anybody else says.
I forgot the question.
Does college or Chat State help you figure out a career path or make it worse?
I feel like in a weird way it's done both, at least to me. I took a gap year because right when like graduation happened was the peak of COVID. So it's like I'm not gonna go into not high school. I'm not gonna go into college with COVID, and I'm terrible at like online learning. I love in person, and so I was like, I'm gonna take a gap year, and then within that gap year, everything sort of got better, but I also started worrying more of like, did I do the right thing? Because I don't know what I want to do now. I can do art, but I don't know how to use it. And so I was like freaking out. And then coming here, it's like, okay, still don't know what I'm doing, but at least I have somewhat of a path, because now I'm like figuring out I want to do glass blowing more, because I did that once years ago and I thought it was amazing. So it's just like, it helps, but it also like, I also still have that worry of like, am I doing the right thing?
There's too many options.
Yes,
There's too many options.
I want to do so much as
Yeah.
well.
Have you thought about being an art teacher?
I have, but with the art teacher,
I guess it's also like, do you want to be an art teacher or do you want to live comfortably financially?
too.
Yeah.
I have a bonus question. If y'all want to answer it.
Sure,
Do you guys think that pursuing media is beneficial, or do you think that too many people are going to the field nowadays?
Ooh.
Do you think that you might get stuck without a job because it's a degree?
I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that media now, no. Like, so many people have their own thing that there are different groups, and like, you do need a lot of people in media because it's media.
Yeah.
But I think it's honestly the best field to go into now, because you can literally have the rest of your life paid for off of one video now. But yeah, I think it's the best field to go into, because all you do, like, everything is on your phone, everything is online. Even when, you're done with your schoolwork, you're going to go online to, have your downtime or do what interests you. So I think it's a pretty smart choice to go into the media field.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're good. I think that I don't think a lot of people are on it, because I don't know, my concentration is journalism, and literally I'm taking a multimedia journalism class, and there's only 2 other students in it. Like, I don't know, but I do think it's a great field, because there's so much I've learned, like TV production, radio, writing, coding. Like, I've learned a lot just by being my second year here. Just so many different fields I can go into. I don't know which one I want to yet, but I know I like all of them.
You've been quiet for too long. Say something.
I'm sorry, you interrupted me before I could go with your bonus question.
I did. It was just like, there's like 5 seconds of
hear
silence
it.
there, and if you don't talk then,
I was
forever
having
hold
to
your peace.
prepare myself for this conversation.
Intellectual thoughts brewing, sorry.
Because I
What does that
never,
mean?
I only decided to go to this college because it was cheaper. And no college I ever went to, the only reason I wanted to go to it was because of film. But I only decided that I wanted to do film, like, a couple years ago. Because I had no plan in life. Nothing really interested me except for watching YouTube videos and movies. And I was like, why don't I
Literally.
like, just make those? It's so much easier. But it reminds me of when I was younger, because I realized after they were like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I'm like, oh, y'all actually, like, at the age of 10 want to go do something with your life? And I was like, man, I gotta start thinking about this. And I'll never forget my first, like, thing I wanted to be was a bodyguard. Just because I wanted to have that ability to, like, keep people away from other people and tackle people. And I was like, I'm gonna need to pick something else. So I was like, I could make a film about people being violent. It's so much easier. That was mainly how I did it, but college never influenced anything I picked.
All right. Okay. Third question. This is about the money aspect. Has college put you in a financial strain? And do you have a current financial plan?
Yeah, we're all just like, oh, shit. Do you have to say that?
You see where we are?
My financial plan is my family takes care of the apartment, and I live off of $250 a week. And I'm great with it, and I'm making it
That's not
work.
too bad, yeah.
It's
No.
perfect, yep.
Oh, wait, let me
Hey,
see my financial
wait.
plan.
And you have your own place?
I have my
I
own
mean, I
place.
don't provide that place for myself, so,
But it is still your own place.
I have my own
See,
place.
it's like still some freedom.
Yeah, I kind of feel like a grown up, but I
don't
also
like
know
the
that
adult
none
life.
of the money is mine. So
I still currently live with my parents at the moment, so they too are kind of and providing for me. I mean, my more so my mom does it, since she's the only one who kind of cares about what's going on for me in school. So
Fair enough.
I understand that.
Low-key
Trust me, I
feel
understand
that.
that.
Low-key feel that.
but nonetheless, financial situation for me is just there's no problems at all from my point of view.
Yeah, I drive a lot from school back to home because of the distance that I live at. But I mean, I've gotten more jobs because of going to school here, and Chris Willis helping out. I mean, I feel like all of us are just like giving praises to Chris there,
I
but
love
justifiably so. I mean, he's gotten me 3 jobs.
He's got me a job.
He's
I'm
got me
starting next
3
week.
3 jobs that I still work. So like I work here at Chattanooga State
what
doing the
are
live
they?
streams.
Tell me what the jobs are.
I work at Chattanooga State doing the live streams, 6 Strong Media up here in Chattanooga, and it's just a videography company. And then there's like gigs that I do that he gets me on. So like there's one guy who needed to shoot at the aquarium. I helped him do it, and I got paid pretty decent money off of it. But really, ultimately, like I'm getting money doing the career that I want to do. And so I feel like college has helped me get towards that career path and get more money compared to like, I don't know, staying at my fast food job in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
So what I got to say about it. What about you, Anna?
Wise
words from Anna.
words from Anna. If I can actually like put a sentence together.
It's like an advice segment.
I know. So I'm like living with my mom, so it's not bad because it's just me and my mom. But with the financial plan and stuff, I didn't really have to pay for the 2 years because it's free, and then I was actually able to pay the full amount for this semester and next semester. And I'm currently working at a gymnastics center, which is actually pretty interesting, but has nothing to do with my career in life. So, but it's really interesting though. It's really fun. But Chris Willis has like sent me contact information down at News Channel 3, so that's where I plan on going after I graduate.
Our Lord and Savior, Chris Willis.
Yeah.
Chris Willis.
Everyone's just like, he's our favorite.
He is because he actually cares and wants you
It
to.
reminds me of when he talked
Yeah,
about
he's
his
helped me a
surveys.
lot.
He's like, I can't talk about my surveys because everyone loves me too.
Yeah. Well, he actually cares and like wants you to succeed in life, not just you're another student.
You're another $20,000
Yeah,
for 2
exactly.
years.
Yeah.
Financial wise, I like last year I worked almost the entire year, just like dedicated my life to this one job so I can get some money in the bank. And I also lived on my own, and it was just like I felt so freaking good because I was like, I'm making money. I have a place of my own. Granted, it was terrible, but it worked. And when I got out of it and like came back to my parents' place because I was going here, I like realized how much I worked and how exhausted I was. And like I was happy about the money, but now that it's dwindling, I'm even stressed about it because I don't want to go through all the like. I worked like an entire week constant.
Was that during the
Constantly.
year you took was that during your gap year?
Basically,
Yeah.
so it's during COVID as
You just
well.
work.
I was, like,
Oh,
just
wow.
trying to
Just-
be safe, and I was like,
Plus, I feel like when you work all the time, you don't realize how much you work. You just realize how much money you're getting,
you
and
don't
so
realize
once
how
you like get out of that, you're like, wow, I was very stressed and very like exhausted because you're doing all this, but you're not realizing it.
It's a genuine thing they call the
Yeah.
wage mindset.
Yes.
Yeah.
awful.
Let me show you.
Certainly.
It works. Stop doing it.
They don't?
I told you
So
all
it's
this.
gonna be like right in your face.
Yeah, that's what I was like, what?
Tickling
I'm
you.
leaning forward and you crump on my head. Take the phone. It's my mic now.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh.
But I've yet to work. Well, I've yet to work a paying job. I
Yeah,
have
same.
worked-
It's okay.
I've worked job only for educational purposes, which sucked. But I've yet to get a paying job, so I'm scared of what that's gonna look like. Because I'm gonna have my dad help me, and he's terrifying. But
See, Yeah, fair enough.
But I'm hoping that I can just, for as long as I can, I've already had like the financial plan in my mind of my dad's going to get a really good job soon, and he wants to take me all these trips and whatnot. And I'm like, he'll help me pay for house and stuff, even though I may pay the bills. He might help pay for house first. And then I have my mom's side of the family where I'm just like, I can live with them for as long as I need to, because I have a little brother, and I can just say I'm helping watching him, and then it kind of just works out for me, thankfully. But other than that, money's gone. It's slowly going away.
My
I was gonna add, like, I feel like right now we're having to sacrifice money over, like, job opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might not get paid, but since it would be for our career, you take it, or you do the video, or you do a podcast, or whatever. So, yeah. I'm basically sacrificing money for experience.
Yeah. My, a week after I turned 18, I moved out, last year, because family situation was interesting. So now I have an apartment and a roommate, and I pay for my apartment, all my bills and stuff. Parents help me pay for car insurance and my Spotify premium. But
paying for that Netflix and whatnot, you know.
Hey,
I
remember,
pay for my Netflix.
Spotify's only $5 a month now that we're students.
Really? I need to get the student
Yeah,
discount.
you need to get it. It's like an easy half of it shaved off.
Okay, shoot. Okay.
I mean, but if your parents are paying for it, then like, you know.
Don't mention
They
anything.
pay for my car insurance, Spotify premium, and my phone. But I pay for my apartment and all my bills and stuff.
No, eat the rich. That's what I'm all about.
Yeah, how are you this rich?
Well, like, I'm not.
Well,
Saying rich to me.
No,
legally speaking.
It's
I mean,
rich if you
I
can own a
work-
place by yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
Especially in today's economy.
Nowadays,
It's so expensive
I
to live out on
rich.
your own.
work at Chick-fil-A. So, like, when I moved out, I would just work every single day and just save for my apartment. So now I have a good amount of savings, and yeah, I mean, I'm just trying my best. And now I got a new job, so
You worked and then saved up money from a fast food job to buy an apartment.
yeah, within like a month.
That is a rare thing that happens.
She did
Well,
say
she also
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. She said
She
Chick-fil-A.
said
Chick-fil-A does not pay.
Okay, but even the
They don't
Lord's
pay
Chicken,
good.
even the Lord's Chicken does not pay that well.
$12.50.
Yes.
What?
You never know. It's Chick-fil-A.
At my Chick-fil-A, they pay like $14, $15.
Yeah, our
an
Chick-fil-A,
hour.
they're selfish and mean people.
Okay.
But anyways,
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna leave soon because I got this new job that Chris got me
Yeah.
with Hamilton County.
Buy
So
Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Yeah.
nah, it was crazy though because I moved out and then I was living at my friend's dorm for like a month, and the whole time I just got money for my apartment and then moved out like a month later, and then I've been there for over a year now. So it's been working out for me.
That sounds good.
And then school is paid for, begin scholarship money back, them refund checks. I've been loving them refund checks, let me tell you.
Me too.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you.
I hope I get another one next semester because those be helping me out.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
got a call from the bursar's office. That was the best thing in the world.
I did.
Okay, so we have 2 more questions. What have you guys done in order to prepare? Like, have you done internships, just stuff like that?
I haven't done anything like an internship because I mean I'm still pretty new to college and I don't really have that many connections. Like I'm literally gonna go have a meeting with them after this, listening to y'all talk. But I don't know. I just make videos of me dancing on TikTok, and I'm probably about to make a YouTube channel and start uploading videos of me singing. I don't know, but I would like to do more stuff like this also. That's really all I can do right now.
The only thing I really had a first-hand experience animation-wise, because that's my major, was creating a flip book for a project in my high school mythology class. It was like the final exam, pretty much. I had to do a little project. I decided to do a flip book to get that first-hand experience, even though it was kind of shoddy since obviously it's my first time. But still,
It's experience.
Yeah.
it's experience.
I had internships throughout high school. I'll just take this off your hands real
I
quick.
feel so selfish grabbing the microphone.
No, you're good. I was really thankful to be able to like apply myself the way that I did in high school, and I ended up doing pretty well and getting internships in media. I worked for a radio station as a senior, and that was really beneficial as far as getting that experience down. And because I feel like because of that, people hire me better because I have that 3 months of free work that I did for a radio station for the live stream side of it. And that looks really good on my resume. People like it. I mean, I've had several compliments from it. And I feel like overall, whatever experience you get, if you're dedicating yourself, like if you're spending your time not getting paid for it, then people are going to notice that you are genuinely invested in what you want to do. And they think that you have better goals and better opportunities.
Passion for it.
Yeah, exactly. A passion. That's my ramble.
See, I just switched to this major, so I don't really have much experience, but I've always been good at technology, so I feel like I'll be fine.
You always been good at technology?
Yeah.
Not I.
Tech Anna.
It's been a struggle.
Yeah.
Can barely work a computer.
For me, it's like in high school, I got to do this like camp thing, and it was more of like they tried to add it like a college life thing instead of it being more of a camp thing for kids.
Oh.
And that's where I did the glass blowing, and I also did metalworking. And dear God, did that hurt! I kept cutting my fingers. I'm not good with that stuff, but the glass blowing was like amazing, and I loved it. And then like afterwards, I never really thought of it being a career, so I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my art, but I'll figure it out. And then I was like, maybe animation. Tried it. Dear God, is it annoying?
Yeah, no.
Because I can't.
No.
I have a few animations where it's just like simple, easy. I did it, but it was not enjoyable. And then I have a few animations that I like went all in, like every single frame, every single second of the audio. And I was like, this was fun to do, but if I had to do it again, no. So definitely like having that one little experience in high school about glass blowing helped me kind of be like, maybe I enjoyed that way more than I've ever enjoyed anything. That might be where I need to go. So that was very helpful.
I've had like experience in technological things like editing videos and doing small things here and there, but I've never really had like the full obsessive passion of it. It's just, that sounded cool, I could do that, right? But you could sit me down and be like, who's your favorite director? What favorite thing do you like about this editing style? I'm like, I don't know, man. I just want to make a movie.
I still don't know. Yeah, like I don't think anyone really does.
So it's like, it may not sound like I'm interested because I can't tell you who my favorite director is, but I can show you my favorite types of movies, and that shows what movies I would want to make.
Don't you just hate that though? Don't you just hate the people that are like, name 3 artists right now, or else you don't listen to this genre?
Oh my
And
God.
it's like,
Listen.
give me the geopolitical stance on modern rock music, or else you are not a Metallica fan. It's like that's
Listen,
not how
I
that works.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Tell them, name 3 people that loves you. And
Name 3 people.
Name 3 people that loves you, and whoever they say, that doesn't count.
Oh no, worst you could do is walk up to
My
me and be
mom-
like,
that
who's
doesn't
6
count.
carrying your casket? Name them right now. Bet you can.
Right now.
You gotta get yours backed up though. You gotta be like, all right, mine is my mom, my dad. So if
Hey,
you-
I've already thought about this,
Switch it
right?
on you. Yeah. And the question's not for me, that's for them.
It is.
Exactly. If they're putting it back on you, that just means that they don't have an answer.
Exactly.
Oh,
no,
Lord,
but-
they can do this.
You both don't have an answer, so you both
Wait,
don't
no,
have an
What?
Wait, I do have experience.
You gonna add in a
Like,
bonus
working in,
question?
What's the next question?
Oh, it was my last
salaries
one.
Oh,
at my
okay.
church.
Oh, that was it?
So I do have experience.
I was just saying that because I thought you had a meeting to go to. I was like, we're all just over here rambling about.
I think it's a
No, I just have this
Well,
like,
music and
weird
it's just
presence. I don't know.
It's not like
I'm
a very
fine.
in-depth
Okay.
question, but
Wait, what's the last question?
just do you have a support system through the process, like good family, friends, good support. If not, then I'm sorry. I will be there for it. If not, I'll be your new support system.
Basically,
We
I
all
feel
be
like
each
the
other's
people
friends.
in this
It literally,
room.
almost
Yeah.
everyone in this room and that I've had classes with is my support system.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I come from a really small area where people do not care about media. The only news they care about is like Fox News. I mean, people don't care about artists or music or movies or books. So I feel like y'all are the only people that understand me. I mean, my grandparents, they don't get what I mean when I say I want to make movies one day. Like, I can't see myself doing anything else or I will be miserable.
Yeah.
So I only feel like y'all are the kind of people that really understand me.
Knuckles.
Dang it.
Give me one.
You're getting deep.
A bit cliche, but from the start, my parents have been there since the start, ever since I got into art in the first place. They praised me for a lot of pieces I've made. My grandparents as well, my aunt and uncle, more specifically my aunt. So, pretty much a very strong familial support system for me.
I have a pretty good support system for my family as well. I mean, like, I feel like that's ultimately what matters the most. You can have as many friends as you want in the world, but deep down, us as humans, we have this want to impress our family, regardless if we like our family or not. And that's just what
That could be
it boils down
argued.
to.
It could be argued.
I don't know. I feel like it's just like this innate
Maybe
thing
that's
that we all have buried deep down inside of us that's uncontrollable for us to want to impress our family. I don't know.
I get what you're saying, but at a certain point, I feel like you grow up and you realize, like, I'm not, like, I don't have to be with my family once. Like, who cares what they think? Like, AKA me. Y'all should have seen
You
my
may
Thanksgiving.
It's less like what they think more than it is like
Just
having a
support.
solid job, because you don't want to be the one out of your family that is like living on the side of the road. You know what I mean?
I already know I'm living on the
Because
side.
like the worst thing that you could do is raise a child for 18 years and then they become a hobo on drugs on the side of the road.
It's a waste of money right there.
That's a waste of money right there. It's a waste of time.
Dang.
We were
man.
sitting down
18
like-
years on
No.
this kid.
I feel like family. I feel like I have a pretty good support group with my family. And again, if it wasn't for the people that I go to school with, I would not feel comfortable doing anything like this for sure.
Yeah, I understand.
So thank y'all, I guess.
Did you ever get my email? I emailed you. Don't you have a band?
I have like 18. Oh my god, that was you. That was supposed to talk to me. It's Chris. Chris said that I had gotten an email or something like that, but I'd never gotten an email. In
I
thing.
emailed you.
Maybe it got put in my spam or my junk or something
Whatever.
like that.
I was just wondering. Like, dang.
Was it for an interview?
Yeah.
I mean, we're still down to do that.
Okay.
No,
If that's
in-
even still-
in her emotional wisdom.
Yeah, come on.
Emotional wisdom.
Yeah,
What
Spit
support
facts.
wisdom do you have for us?
What wisdom do I have?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have anything right now. I'll get back to you on that.
ask again later.
No, I think I've always had a pretty good support system from my family, especially my mom. I've always been like with my mom because my parents divorced when I was like 10, and so I was just like with my mom more than I was with my dad. So I've always had support from her. So
Slay.
For me, I have a rocky support system, and there's like a lot of reasons to it. But when it comes to the art side of my family, like my dad's into technology. I have no idea how to work anything, and he's into coding, and that's too much. I don't know how to work it. I've done it once, and it was hard. And so on my other side, my mom and my sister, they're both artists, but they're so different. Like they're the same. I'm different from them. So when I started drawing, I was like, I can relate with art with them. But then I was like, I'm going cartoony, and they're very like trying to be
Realistic,
realistic,
yeah.
abstract, like more of the classical
Traditional.
art.
that's how my cousin
and I'm
is.
like-
and I'm over here with like I could like draw cartoons and junk, but I'm like I can't do that. Sorry.
I don't want to know. And like I'll show them a piece, and they'll always give me like the harshest kind of critiques of like, well, it's anime, or oh, it's like you need to shrink everything, and it's like, well, I want it as
No,
like,
it's
do
not.
you enjoy the piece? Like I know some things
Yeah.
are gonna be off, and I want that, but like,
Mm-hmm.
can you
It's
do one
two
good thing?
different worlds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's two
like,
different
yeah.
worlds.
You can't compare.
No,
No, because like art is art.
Yeah.
art is art.
Exactly.
No, literally the first day of class, my sociology teacher, she took
Still,
She
It's mine.
she
mine.
took like a bowl of markers and pencils and paper and literally just threw it all over the place. Shout out Miss Skylar Davidson, she's the best teacher ever. Yeah, and she gave us like 10 minutes to come up with what we thought it was, and she was like, but did anybody call it art? And none of us did, and I don't know, it was just mind blowing. You'd have to be in her class.
Listen, go to an art museum and you'll find the most random stuff. One
That
time
is
I went
true.
there and some guy did a circle and it was in like the Washington D.C. like national. I was like, what the crap? I could literally do that and get in this.
I had a professor here once tell me that art is contrast. I don't know. I still don't know what the.
I kind of
I've been sitting here debating it. Like,
Have you had Damien for Intro to Art? Anyone?
no.
I've not done. I'm gonna do
I
that
think
next
I'm about
semester.
to do.
I'm in it
intro.
right
That's
now.
my intro to art.
Oh my god, he's so funny. He was like, the other day, he was like, yeah, I used to be addicted to Coke. And I was like, oh.
I had a teacher like
Okay.
that.
I'm about
that's
to
not-
change my art
that's not-
professor.
He was like,
Gnarly as hell.
he was like, but art helped me sober up. I was like, word.
Don't do drugs.
Art. He's so cool.
I'll never forget the best thing I ever saw as an art piece. And it's just a big giant canvas with text on it that says, I could do that plus something else equals, but you didn't do it first.
Yeah.
And that's like the whole point of art is like you didn't think of it first though.
Yeah.
You gotta do something crazy and then that's what makes it your art.
I think that's exactly what he was talking about art as contrast, is that like you have essentially like everything kind of just copies each other. So it's like, is this
Yeah.
art or is this not art? It doesn't matter because it both kind of negates each other. They're like,
Yes.
you have
Yeah.
one thing that maybe like this way and then this way that may be another way, but they're both inspired by the same source and they're both contrast. That's
Right.
the thing. They're both contrasting each other.
I think
It's pretty
the best-
interesting.
I think the best thing about art is like you think you have the most unique idea possible, and then you look
Get
it
up on the internet and you're like,
Yeah.
whoa!
Carbon copies,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're like, whoa, when did someone else have that thought? Especially it's better when it's like super old art, like Renaissance or something. It's like, whoa,
Or
we had the same brain.
we're directing a short film and then finding out that you pretty much just copied another one.
What?
That's
Yeah.
What? Yeah, it's like this has been done before. I don't
Are
care.
you
Not
not
necessarily.
talking about the one from the other day, are you?
No,
Okay.
no,
'cause that
no.
would have been fun.
No, that's what we're working on still, but
That's when I forgot the question, so I haven't answered the question.
When we started talking about art,
It was
the
support.
family.
It was a support
Support
system.
system.
I have a big support system, but I don't like all of my support system for reasons unbeknownst to me. But I have my entire family has supported me, but they don't support me how I need support, but they're still supporting. I just don't like how they support me. But then my
Yeah.
friends support me, and I'm like, that's how I want to be supported, is by very offensive jokes, and
Okay.
I know they love me because they said they'd run me over. Like, that
Okay.
kind of thing. But then my family's over here putting a hand on my shoulder and just be like, you're amazing. You're great. You're gonna do amazing. You're gonna do great things. Here's a bunch of pressure for you to do great. And I'm like, I don't want you to say I'm gonna do great. I just want you to be like, yeah, I could see you doing that.
That turns you away.
Yeah, I hate motivation. I can't.
No,
You
I
hate
it
motivation.
feels like somebody's trying to
I stand. I was doing a run in our row, and I was in staff, and I knew everyone was more athletic than me. I'd always been like a couple behind because I knew there were always those lazy people in companies, but staff, I'm screwed. So I'm running, and I'm on the last straightaway. I'm the last person running, and it's not fun. It doesn't feel great. Nothing. Being the last person to do something, knowing everyone's going to be more athletic than you, it's not fun. You know what's less fun than that? When your commander and your best friend are right on your right and left going, you can do it! You got this! I'm like, I am not a dog. Get away from me, or this is going to turn into a fight rather than a run.
yeah.
I hate when people do that. It's not motivational. It's
Yeah.
pity, and it's degrading. And that's what my family does, and I don't like it. But they are technically supporting me how they want to support me.
in their mind, they're doing
Yeah,
what's right.
Yeah,
they
think
think
they're
you're
doing
supporting,
great.
but you
I
are,
hate it. It's
you
so
don't
bad.
like that type of support.
Yeah, never ever sit next to me and say, wow, that's amazing. You did so good. And I'm like, that's great because I finished what I'm doing. But if I'm in the middle of doing something and you're like, oh, that's going to look amazing. I'm like, don't do that. Now it's not going to look amazing. because now you said it's gonna look amazing, and vice versa,
And now,
universe.
yeah,
So
not because you
don't-
said it's gonna look amazing. If it
Like,
doesn't look
wait till
damn
I-
amazing, I'm gonna be
Wait till
so
I
pissed
finish
off.
doing it. Wait till you see the finished product of what I am trying to do, and I have gone to show the effort to show you.
Do you want me to tell you if I like look at one of your like pieces of work or whatever? You want me to say do better?
That looks fucking awful.
You want me to say do better? You can do better.
That's
Yeah,
I
y'all-
Do you want me to tell that to you?
I just don't want the compliment
Yeah, I
to
will.
sound like
Do you want
you
a
want me
coffee?
to do more.
So just look at what you're
There's
doing.
some
It's
at
like
my
walk
Sit
away.
down.
Sit.
Am I
That's
going
the
back to
flattest
Yeah.
thing
Alright.
you could do.
So basically, you want
Because
us
like
to
we're
tell
about to
you
be
that-
making a short film, and if Chris walked in and was like, "Oh, I can just tell this is gonna be amazing,"
You're like, all right, that's done. We're not
I
doing
don't
it
know,
anymore.
like I can understand that you want it to be amazing, but you don't even see what we're gonna do with it. I don't know what anyone has, like what everyone's best pros are, so I don't know if it's gonna be amazing. I know it's gonna be decent. I know it's probably gonna get
It
done.
has potential.
It's definitely gonna be video
But
and audio mixed together on a
It's
sequence and
gonna be
timeline.
something.
but-
Hopefully, it's
Oh
gonna
my
have good
God.
camera work, but
Y'all
I don't know.
Okay, guys, I need to wrap this up.
I agree.
oh yeah, we all
Agree.
got life. I forget.
Any final thoughts from this podcast? Any final thoughts? Just throw them on me.
I had a question for you.
Oh,
Does
no.
your family get annoyed when you try to do like the dark humor stuff? Because I'd be like, oh, I'd kill a man as like a joke, and they're like, you can't say that. And I'm like, why?
Here, give me your Instagram.
I'm not gonna do it.
I'll give you the band and
do
mine.
that thing. I don't know why they
Since
put a
you
word
can't
to
respond
it,
to my
it's called, like,
emails.
code switching.
Yeah, sing and play
Oh.
guitar.
My family
Little
on my
bit.
mom's side, I am the littlest
I can
perfect
sing a little. I
angel
mean, like I'm
in
not
that
like
family.
no.
I'll sing
I'm
with
not
you,
like Frank
bitch.
On my
Sinatra.
I'll
dad's
but
sing
side,
with you.
they
It's
will
not the singing. I need
beat you
somebody to
down
play
and
guitar
rip
because
you to
I can't play
shreds
guitar to save
with
my
I play the
just
violin.
the most horrible music
I
they
used
never
to do
tell
that. I
you
used to do
and be like,
lessons.
it was a joke.
I broke my
So you're
violin.
like the
Yes,
in
you are
between of
too.
like I know.
Oh, I'm
Since
literally
you
sitting
won't
there
respond
like,
to my
everyone
emails.
is so nice to me.
It's
And then I go to
way
my
easier to
dad's
get in
house,
touch with me
my
through
dad's side, and
Instagram.
I'm like, hi, Tennessee country girl. And I was like,
Whenever
I was
see
born in
DM,
your
I'm
state.
just like, oh, God.
Don't they live in Kentucky?
I was
So,
born in
this is
Kentucky.
me.
I lived
But
in
it's
And
Kentucky.
this is the band. Probably both.
It's backyardigans, Kentucky.
Wait.
Back
What's
in
Kentucky?
the woods.
What's Kentucky? Tell me
She
what's
asked,
Kentucky.
she
Well,
asked
she said-
me,
Hi, hey, country Tennessee girl, whatever, and I'm like, but isn't Kentucky like Kentucky?
because I
It's
live here.
Kentucky. It's
Because I live here, they
Sorry.
would make fun whenever they had that one joke one time I came up. I've had silly string sprayed in my face. I've had music blasted in my ears. I've had pictures taken of me while I was sleeping. I've been hit by Nerf darts. I have been ridiculed in the most horrible by adults. Like the worst
That's
things you
the
could ever
worst.
say to somebody, but it's all a joke. Like it is all a joke. They never mean to hurt you, and you just have to have thick skin going up there. And then on my mom's side, they're like, we're just the nice, rich, happy family. And nothing could ever go wrong. Except for that one dude, and we just don't talk about him.
Except for that one
No,
dude.
that's how it is. And it's
Yeah.
just like, we just
It's
don't
like that
talk
one
about
divorcee, but he don't exist no more.
You don't know. No.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm in need of a smoke break, so let's
Yeah,
wrap this shit up.
I'm trying to wrap it up. Y'all just keep talking.
Sorry.
Like, this
go.
conversation, that we could just stop hitting record and be like, anyone that wants to leave can leave now. I think we just have to say ending the podcast and I can
Well,
recording.
that is it for the this episode of this broadcast podcast. I hope you all have a great day.
Bye, Sunshine Professor.
Peace, love, and happiness, guys.
Peace,
Come on.
love.
These mics like they work.
All right.
Peace,
It's got
love,
to be
and
like
sunshine.
sunshine.